Hey, you beautiful brave hearts. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening all around the world. Guess what? We're going on a road trip. Okay, California, here we come. All right, and I'm going to tell you something before we tell you about the road trip. I'm actually not going on the road trip. I already did a road trip, and where am I? I'm in Zihuatanejo, Mexico, and this is where I live about 8 months of the year, and then I live in the United States about 4 months of the year. So you know what? I always say? Okay, build the environment inside your body for what you want in your life, and build the environment outside your body for what you want in your life. I want you to think about that. And then I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, what if we were able to actually go on a road trip and put the most powerful energy medicine device on the planet, which it is, hands down. When I was 23 years old, I was selling rifle equipment. And I can't tell you all the stuff that I've sold and all the energy medicine equipment that I have already. And I'm going to tell you something just to prove it to you. Okay. I was selling Tesla's original, energy medicine equipment back when I was 30 years old, his original stuff. And remember, he wasn't making anymore. I've got 4 of Tesla's original pieces of equipment that he made. And I will show them to you as soon as I unpack my container here in Mexico, and I'll do a show and I'll show them just to prove to you that I really do have them. Now, things have come a long way. Would you drive a car that was 75 years old? No, but you might want to play with it, maybe take it and drive it in the parade, but it's not logical. So it's not logical to use a lot of things like Rife, and there's so much equipment out there, PEMF. I mean, it's really good too, light therapy. But what if we could put 25,000 volts into your body as a love harmonic and actually decalcify your mitochondria in one pulse? Do you know what your mitochondria do? They make ATP. ATP creates the energy, creates the healing, and it actually gives you a good time. Because without energy, there are no good times. And the reality is, what if we had a device that didn't just crack the coconut around the mitochondria, but it actually created small little fractures in your body, which your body used to do. When you were born, do you know why you grew so fast? Because every centimeter, it was fracturing just a little bit to release calcium ions, to create calcium ions, which do the main communication in the body. They do 110,000 processes in every second. Every second. Holy smokes. So this device will actually fracture the bone just a little bit, and it'll actually fracture the calcium that's been displaced in the joints, in the breast calcium deposits, in the gallstones, in the kidneys. It'll do it everywhere in the body, and it won't harm. Absolutely. This device has 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic, and it'll take tissue that is numbed out. You know what it is? You ever see Grandpa walking like this? Grandpa, are you okay? You look like you're in pain. Oh, I don't feel a thing. Well, you know why he doesn't feel a thing? Because all of the displaced scar tissue and calcium has wrapped itself around the nerves. He's numbed out. That's why all the places that you are either numbed out or in pain, or you're swelling, or you have inflammation, these are all physical blocks. Now, what if we had a device that would actually put in an electrical charge, and it would actually take tissue that wasn't dead, because dead tissue rots. But every disease has rotting tissue, and that's why only 99 out of 100 people have parasites. You do know that, right? And I will be showing you that doing parasite cleanses is absolutely the most foolish thing you would ever do. What if you could create a perfect day from the moment you rise till you close your eyes and create a vibration that no parasites can live in? Wow. Okay, let's just take that parasite party and send them packing, and then they don't come back in because the vibration's too high in your body. Well, understand something. This device will actually bring life into tissue that was numbed out and scar tissue. How about a fibroid? How about a tumor? Okay, how about cartilage that has been torn so many times that you feel the restriction and you don't have the flexibility, you don't have the strength anymore? Okay, how about this? How about we worked on a woman the other day that has a fibroid here in Mexico. She came down from United States, and I worked and did non-surgical using my elbow, the most powerful body work in the world, both non-surgical, and I did the Cellsonic on her. And guess what? That next morning, 3 tapeworms came out from 6 inches to 16 inches out of her vagina. How about that? How about a frozen shoulder and then somebody who's ready for surgery, or somebody's ready for surgery with their hip or their spine, oh, they have to get a rod put in. Okay, just understand something, and you better get this. 95% of all surgery never had to be done. We're an inflammation nation. The biggest problem with us is calcification, scar tissue formation. And a Wolf non-surgical therapist can reverse all of this. And they'll give you a money-back guarantee on that. On their consultations, on their therapies. I give you a money-back guarantee on taking my course, the Wolf non-surgical course. I give you a money-back guarantee on my whole life coach certification course. Understand something. We're going to stand by everything that we do from now on, because we know that we got this and we got you. So understand this. If I can bring up the electrical charge in your body and get rid of your physical blocks, isn't that called reversing the aging process? Isn't that called restoring everything? We are electrical, light, energy, magnetic beings. And everything's got to do with frequency. Everything is about taking your power back. And I'm going to introduce you to 2 of my master practitioners. And I am so proud to call them my friends. You know what? They have stepped in the power of what they do. And when you hear them talk, you will understand that their passion and their purpose is only to help you. And guess what? They have a really great philosophy, okay, about that which created the universe, about that which created them. And they understand the power of love. They understand the power of personal healing, and that's all they want to give to you. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Daryl.
Who's sitting beside you?
This is Jason.
Oh, there you go.
Jason and I run our clinic here out of our home in Airdrie. We've been doing this now since February, and it has been quite the ride. We are so blessed to have trained under you, Daryl, and this is just the beginning in our eyes. The amount of people that we've helped in the last 9 months, 10 months. There's nothing like the feeling of helping people get their lives back, and their health back, their mobility back, to live a pain-free life when they were only given options of medications and surgeries, and they were never given any other options. So the fact that we have this energy medicine device, and we have the intel to help heal people,
which is called the Cellsonic, right? It's called the Cellsonic, everyone. If you want more information, go to BHN, which stands for Braveheart Nation, BHNpowerpack.com. Okay? And their road trip is actually going to be up on there, and they're going to tell you all about their road trip. But can I say one more thing before you guys take it away?
Yep.
And tell me if this is the truth. Guess what? So they've been doing this really all in, okay, since last February. And guess what? They don't need me anymore, except for the odd little phone call, okay? That's it. And understand something. You all have that potential that you become your own. And this is what they teach. They teach you how to become your own practitioner. Take it away, Jason.
Yeah, that's our biggest thing is we want to show people how to heal themselves. Not to rely on somebody else to help them. And
we don't want repeat customers.
It's for us. It's all about showing them step by step what they need to do to take back their life and take control over how they want to live their life, rather than living it because they have to do medication and go for surgeries and this and that. It's to us. It's all about. We can do it simpler. It may take a few more days than having a surgery, but the vast effect that you're going to get from not having surgery is drastically improved with doing Wolf Non-Surgical, Cellsonic, the CardioMed bed, all the other stuff, along with, eating properly.
Diet and lifestyle changes, that's really where that's the foundation of so much of what we do, is just to teach people that, this junk that we are putting in our bodies, that is what is causing all the inflammation. That's what's causing the joint pain. Dehydration being a huge concern nowadays. People drinking way more coffee thinking that that's the same as water, but it's absolutely detrimental to your health. So really trying to teach people how to live a healthier lifestyle, implementing, our high vibrational nutraceuticals in conjunction with a whole food plant-based diet. That's where we're seeing the magic happen. And then the Cellsonic can just take over and really solidify everything that we're doing.
Listen, there's a couple people saying that they want to know where you're from, and they want to know briefly what your road trip is because they got to go to work.
Okay, we're from Airdrie, Alberta, just north of Calgary. We are going to start the road trip on December the 28th in Yuma. We're going to stay in Yuma till the 30th, taking clients on to treat them with Cellsonic, non-surgical, or even a consultation. And then we're going to be in San Diego come January the 3rd through the 5th. Same thing. We'll be taking on clients to do Cellsonic, non-surgical, and consultations in that area. So just reach out to me at my phone number, 403-200-3133. Again, it's 403-200-3133.
And if I can say this, Jason, if you don't remember his phone number, go to BHN, okay, powerpack.com, go in there, and you're going to see the world map for Cellsonic people, and go in and click on that, and you're going to see the road trip. You're going to see his phone number, the dates he's going to be there, and there it is. Get hooked.
Yeah. So then from San Diego, we're going to go up to Anaheim, be in that area for January the 8th, and then to Portland for January 10th, Seattle on the 11th, and then we're going to cross back to the Canadian side of the border. On the 12th, we'll be around the Vancouver area, and then the 13th around Kamloops area, and then back home. So that's the quick and dirty on it. But we just finished a road trip as well out to Winnipeg for a whole week. We stopped at Regina, Weyburn, Brandon, Winnipeg, and then came home. And we had tons of people because we follow up with everybody we see. It's not come in, we do the Cellsonic, and you're gone, you're out of our lives. We like following up with our clients every 3 days after a treatment and just checking in, making sure that you got the value you were looking for, understanding what's the next step for you, understanding what you need to do to maintain that energy and that healing.
Otherwise, if I can say this, we got you. We're not dropping you. You can't call us too often where we go, oh, wait a minute here, okay? No. Everybody's been programmed that if you're a naturopathic doctor, you're going to get billed, or if you're a medical doctor, you're going to get billed. New World practitioners will never bill you after they have treated you or they do a consultation for you. Listen, we're all in, okay? We're in. Jason.
Yeah, we have clients call us from a year ago. Almost, like since we started, just checking in, going, hey, what about this? Can I do this? Can I do that?
We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Okay.
I think it's so important to get the feedback. There's quite often times where we'll work on people and that we're in chronic states of pain, and we've reached out and we get nothing back. So it's like, well, maybe they're completely healed, but it would just be nice to actually know that we've helped them.
And if I can say something, Melissa, here's the deal. And I say this to everyone. I've got people that, we're only given a couple of weeks to live. And guess what? And you can say, oh, now he's really exaggerating. No, I'm not. You know what? Everything that you hear is a statistic. And statistics are all done by the majority of the population that knows nothing about health, They don't know how to think. They don't know how to drink. They don't know how to eat. They don't know how to treat and love themselves. And that's the God's truth. And I'm not putting them down. But I tell everyone, listen to me. I don't care how good you're doing. Come and talk to me, because out of the conversation, you don't have any complaints. I'm actually going to tweak it, or Melissa or Jason are going to tweak this, and you're going to do better. This is what we do. When you're successful, you light our lives up. It's not called take the money and run. We only charge you $150 for pity's sakes, because we can do that because we know what we're doing, and we know that you were created by God Almighty. And if we treat you like that, that you can become from patient to practitioner, from victim to hero. That's what it is. Melissa, thank you.
Yeah, and, part of our road trip, I think some of the most difficult parts of it are meeting clients that really need our help in more than just the Cellsonic, because we get a lot of referrals from other modalities. And so they come in and they have no idea what we do, except that we have this energy medicine device that'll help them with their pain. So the biggest challenge for me, though, is just saying the Cellsonic is amazing. It's going to help you, but we need to focus on this, and this as far as your diet and lifestyle in order to really, have the benefits of the Cellsonic last.
Okay, so Melissa, if I can say this, guess what, guys? Don't get cheap with your time. Don't get cheap with your time and yourself. They give you a money back guarantee. And I back them all the way. So, okay, these people are coming. Oh, should I just do the Cellsonic? Well, let me see. The doctor said I might need to get knee surgery. Why wouldn't you get the Cellsonic and then the non-surgical, which by the time that they do the Cellsonic and the non-surgical, you're going to go, I don't even feel anything. I don't feel like I got a knee problem. Where'd the swelling go? Why aren't I stiff? And I'm not telling you that it's 100%. I'm telling you that it's 85%. Yeah. That you are going to have 80 to 90% of your pain gone and your stiffness in one treatment. And then if you said, well, okay, am I worth a consultation? Well, I don't know, are you? And if you're not worth a consultation, at least they will give you the PDF of the perfect day free. Yeah. And guess what? You can take it. You can take it, and then you can buy one for $75, cost price, or you can take the book and read it and go, oh my God, they know what they're talking about. I'll do a Zoom with Jason or Melissa, and I'll do a consultation with them. Yeah, but they're in Canada. It doesn't matter. Face to face. If you go to a naturopathic doctor and he charges you around $250 to $350, he's going to charge you that again if you come back and see him. Now you got to make an appointment. Jason? Yeah, what's going on? I got a question, man. I'm just stressing out a little bit here. Well, what is it? Diddle-diddle-dee. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Oh, wow. You're off and running. Guys, it's not a broken system. Okay? It's a system meant to support you. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, one out of 1,000, 2,000 people want their money back. We haven't given money back in 2 years. 2 years, 3 years. I don't even know how long. The reality is this. We will go beyond your expectations. What do you think, Melissa?
I totally agree with you, Daryl. And we have never yet given money back or had to give money back. People are very grateful for the information that we provide. And we do our consults we do them up well. And we really want to get to know our clients. And we spend sometimes 2 to 3 hours. And then we always come up with a report so that they aren't left high and dry. I mean, they get the manual, but then they also get a customized report of this is the nutraceuticals that I would recommend. These are the exercises that will really help with the treatment that we've done for you. So, we're always there for our clients to answer any questions or follow up with them.
Beautiful. Jason?
You talked about the knees and stuff like that, and I just want to go back to a couple of clients we've seen on our last road trip.
Sure.
This this young lady, 82-year-old lady.
Young lady.
She was so full of energy, and she came in. We worked on her lower back a little bit, did some Cellsonic, did a bunch of Cellsonic on her. She's just already full of energy. But when I told her, like, we can help her with her knee, we started working on her knee just a little bit. Like, I did 15 minutes of non-surgical work on her knee after I did Cellsonic on her lower back. And I asked her to pop up and check that out, see if that helped her back and her knee. And she jumped up and starts wiggling around. She's like, I haven't been able to move like this for, 20-some years. And she's like, now I can dance again. I'm like, well, then start dancing. And she did. She started dancing right there with her friend, burst out in tears, the both of them. Her husband was hiding behind the corner. I didn't see him, but Melissa seen him, and all three of them were just overcome with emotion.
And the husband was crying. Like, to see his wife be able to move her body after being, really restricted in her movements. So, and then, of course, I was getting all teary-eyed as well. So,
Of course.
Yeah, that's me. But, just to see the lives that we've changed.
But to us, that means more to us than anything else. I wish I would have found this modality, everything. I wish I would have found it 40 years ago when I was 18, or I guess 30 years ago when I was 18, rather than now, because there's so many more people that we could have helped because of our hearts, where our hearts are at, and how we want to help people first. To us, that's the most important, and I will continue to work on people to ensure that they get the kind of results that are realistic, but that they're looking for. Like I had a client here last week and worked on his lower back, even though he had knee problems. I'm like, it's in your lower back. Let me work on your lower back. Worked on the lower back for an hour, and he jumps up and starts moving around. I'm like, how's the knee feel? He's like, oh, yeah, my knee doesn't hurt. Like, no surprise. So even though you come in with the symptoms, we always go after the root cause. And sometimes it's not what you think it is. And most of the time it goes back to diet and the large intestine. So we're educating them on that. But to get them results, typically I find it's in the lower back. And so anything in the lower region typically starts in the lower back. And doing non-surgical and Cellsonic, the Cellsonic is just a total game changer. It takes it to another level where the lower back can be helped out a whole bunch just with non-surgical, but when you put the Cellsonic in there as well, it amplifies that non-surgical treatment. I don't know. I've had people tell me this is like 5 times what non-surgical is of the release and the results that they're getting. And it's pretty incredible.
And even on this last road trip, I mean, we were helping people that had emotional releases with only Cellsonic.
Yeah.
Because we did the Cellsonic on a lady's knee.
Well, everything starts off in the invisible as an emotional block and then becomes a physical block. So they just supersede the physical block and go right to enlightenment here, okay? And I don't mean enlightenment in the theory of God. I'm talking about enlightenment within the body, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We only have one client that I'm a little frustrated I haven't heard back from, and it's this 7-year-old horse. Still hasn't called me back to let me know how he's doing. We worked on the neck on this horse. It has, what was it called?
It has a protozoa parasite in the spine. So, just trying to help kill off those parasites.
So, she's really skittish and really nervous. So I'm like, well, geez, no surprise. It's kind of like humans. We get all skittish and nervous and fight or flight all the time. And it's because we're holding all these emotions in our body and we're trapping them in our body. And the Cellsonic is one of the ways to help release these emotions from our bodies. And so it'll work the same on the horse. And Soul Non-Surgical. And her owner is also a practitioner out in the Weyburn area. And so she was doing non-surgical the week before we showed up, and then I did the Cellsonic on the horse, and then a few days later checked in, and the horse was a lot calmer, but we're waiting to see if there's any more results that come from it. But yeah, it's amazing. This machine works on anything and everything, human or animal. So it's not limited the way people limit themselves.
And it works from your nose to your toes on any problem, whether it's a liver problem, a heart problem, a lung problem, it doesn't matter. We're talking about 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic. And remember something, do some research, everyone. It's all about the field within the cells, the field within the fluid, the field within the tissues, the field within the body, the field around you. It's all about the field. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah, we did non-surgical on another man, Hutterite gentleman who was bone on.
Can you hold for 1 second? Everybody, if you go to bhnpowerpack.com, we have a list of everyone in there that actually has a Cellsonic that's using them right now. Okay? And we are adding more. We've got about another 8 or 9 to add. And they will be added, but just check in there. And if you want, just call me directly at 855-900-4544, extension 5. Or my USA phone number is 469-861-8884. WhatsApp, or just call me direct. Doesn't matter if I'm in Mexico. It's not long distance. And I will give you someone if there's someone else that we haven't added yet. Okay? All right? Jason, please go.
I was just going to tell you about this Hutterite gentleman who's already had a knee replacement at early 60s. He had it about 15 years ago, and now his other knee is bone on bone, they tell him. And,
bone on bone. There's no bone on bone. The meniscus, the cartilage gets calcified and full of scar tissue. And whether you want to believe this or not, you can have 10% left only of the tissue, and it grows back. They didn't tell you that. God created an amazing body, okay? The invisible creates the physical. Energy is everything. Jason.
So his son introduced him to us, and so he met us in Winnipeg, and we did some Cellsonic on that knee, had him do some squats again afterwards because that was the biggest limiting factor for him. And he went from about a 30-degree bend originally to over a 90-degree bend just with Cellsonic.
That's it.
That fast. And then we did some non-surgical on that knee because it was massively calcified. And I found a couple fractures in it that I was able to get my elbow in and start working. And we actually disintegrated a bunch of that calcification. I would say probably a good 30 to 40% of the calcification I removed.
Okay, can I just say something, because I just want to make sure we tell people. The calcium is not now floating in the body and going to cause any trouble. When we actually use Wolf Non-Surgical, we're taking, you have fibers in your body because you're dumping too much adrenaline and cortisol. It's like super glue. And because you contract all the time and you're in fight or flight, the fibers are not supposed to be touching. They look like they are. Now they come up against each other. The adrenaline, the cortisol, the histamine, okay, causes crystallization, and it acts like super glue. So now the fibers are together. That's where you get the stiffness. That's where you get the pain. That's where you get the swelling. That's where you get the blocks. That's where you lose mobility. Now, if you let that go, after a while, dehydration, you go, I've got a knot in my neck. I feel like I got a knot in my knee. I feel like I got a knot in my tummy. I feel like I got a knot in my vagina. I feel like there's something blocking me. I feel like there's pressure somewhere. When they go in with the Cellsonic and when they go in with the non-surgical, both these things work together. Guess what you're doing? You're taking it in the knot now, unknots it, fibers come apart. We did not get rid of scar tissue. We restored your spirit energy, blood flow, lymph flow, the invisible energy that makes you, that shapes you, that creates you. It comes back into that little area and we go, honey, I'm back. So there's not chunks of scar tissue or fibrin floating around. You have an absence of life when you have a problem in your life. And then when they go in and they fracture the calcium, it actually creates calcium ions. And are you ready for this? Go into calcium ion therapy in my guide. In the calcium ion therapy guide, go to the calcium ion therapy guide in my library, and you'll find out that when you actually fracture calcium properly with the Cellsonic, it creates calcium ions and carries that calcium back into the bone where it was pulled out of. There's nothing floating around. What you used to do when you were a little baby or through your youth is break bone, make bone. The Cellsonic breaks bone. It doesn't break it, but it fractures, tiny little fractures, not fractures you're crippled, the same fracturing that you had when you were younger to create and make you grow longer and stronger. That's the main gist of it. Calcium ions, like I said earlier, do 110,000 chemical and hormonal processes per second. And now we're giving you back that. We're just giving you back what you had. We're not giving you anything extra. We're giving you back your God-given gifts. Listen to me. Okay? I'm 67 years old, but I'm not 67 years old. If you look at the majority of the population, when I'm 95 years old, I'll be here. 105, I'll be here. I'll be doing this. Okay? I'm not going to stop. There's no retirement for me. People retire when they lose their passion and their purpose, or maybe they want to chase around this little ball out on some fake turf. I don't really know. But the reality is there's nothing. I will never stop. I will never drop, because it's all about energy. It's all about living your passion, your purpose, and your dream. And that's what these guys are doing. They're going out and giving people back their passion, purpose, and dream. Because when you give back mobility and you give back that person and you restore their energy, they go, honey, I'm back. What's that mean? Well, everything I used to do, I want to do now. Jason?
Yes, when I spoke with this gentleman just yesterday, I think it was, 3 days after the treatment, he says it's still a little tender, but it's actually still disintegrating. Like the amount of calcium around that knee still is getting less and less. He says, I'm confident I don't need surgery now. But my next question, he says, is what can you do about the knee that's been replaced? Can you help that out to make it less painful? I'm like, absolutely. We'll see you on the next tour.
Can I say something? So here's the deal, everyone. Everybody that ever gets surgery is in big trouble. Surgery causes more scar tissue and displaced calcium than anything else in the human body on the planet, and it's proven. Do the science, do the research. Yeah. After you heal, you'll go to someone, I don't feel any pain anymore, but I feel numb, I feel constriction, and I feel pain in other parts of my body. Well, if you lose mobility in one area, the other part of your body has to take the mobility that you lost, and it becomes a burden to the other parts of the body. So now you're going to have pain other places, and if you don't blow out there, you're going to blow out somewhere else. And the reality is after you have surgery, if you go in and you do non-surgical in that area, guess what? We're going to make you feel like you haven't had the surgery and bring that mobility back. And you're going to go, there's no way. I got a rod put in my spine. And we'll go in there and we will work around the rod in between the vertebrae. We will work on the tendons and the ligaments and in between the vertebrae on the cartilage. We'll even restore your height. Your height went from you because of dehydration, because of inflammation, scar tissue formation. We're going to restore that as well. Would you like that? You know, we talk a good story, don't we? No, we don't. We talk a real story. And whether you want to believe it or not, someday you'll find out those half lies were full lies to you. Okay? All right? When you realize and open your eyes. Melissa or Jason?
Yeah, so we're really excited to embark on this next journey.
Can you walk through the journey again, please? Because a lot more people have come on.
Absolutely, we can.
And so when are you leaving?
Jason is going to be leaving Airdrie on on Christmas Day.
When are you leaving for your tour? Because I'm sure that you don't want people to come and spend Christmas with you. There's enough in your family, right? When are you leaving for the tour and where are you going?
We are going, we'll be in Yuma, Arizona, treating clients from December 28th until 30th.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a few days for family. We're going to head to San Diego on the 3rd of January. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we've committed to seeing clients on those days. Like I said, we're going to be doing Cellsonic, we'll be doing non-surgical, or we could do a perfect day consultation with you as well. From San Diego, we're going to head to Anaheim on the 8th to see people. And then January 10th, we'll be in Portland, Oregon. The 11th, we'll be in Seattle. And the 12th, we're going to return to Canada and be in the Vancouver area. And then on the 13th, we're going to be in the Kamloops area before returning home to Airdrie. So that is that in a nutshell. So you can give us a call at 403-200-3133 and let us know where you are. You know, if you're somewhere along the route, definitely our whole journey, our whole map that we're going to be doing is on the website, the BHN Power Pack website. So just, you know, go to the website and you can actually see the map of where we're at. So if there's a small town or a city on the way, we are more than willing to stop and treat people.
Beautiful.
And we're looking to hosts as well. So if you have a group of people, 6 or more, and you want to host us, for hosts, we're going to give some extra gifts and discounts on our services. So just reach out to us.
So that's just 6 or more people, everybody, you know? So let's see if we can keep Jason and Melissa, okay, in the United States until the following year.
I don't know if the U.S. government would like that too much, but
Oh, do we really care? Come on. Seriously. Do you think they're tracking you? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they are.
they are.
But yeah, no, we're open to just give me a call, 403-200-3133, and we can discuss it and talk about what it would take for you to host if you can come up with 6 people committing to do Cellsonic with us. And then from there, we'll add you into the schedule. You can follow us on our Facebook page as well. It's marpaywellness.ca or -ca.
It's not -ca. It's marpaywellness.ca. Yeah.
Is the website. So, but yeah, follow us, and then any updates, if we have other hosts, we're going to let Daryl know as well, and he'll update it on the BHN Power Pack website as well.
You'll let Gaston know.
Yeah,
Gaston,
I know. And, but yeah, we're kind of staying fluid a little bit, but we have some target areas that we want to hit and help people in those areas. And if you got more places for us, we're happy to try to fit in our schedule if it works for everyone.
Yeah, and then coming back to Canada, you know, in the new year, we were planning to head back to Saskatoon, where the road trip all began, because there was a lot of people that really wanted us to come back there. And then, you know, redoing this whole Manitoba, Saskatchewan tour as well. It was really successful, and we have a lot more people now that missed out on the first one, or maybe they were sending people in as guinea pigs, and now with the results that they've seen, they want us to come back there as well. So we're going to do our best to accommodate everybody, although we do still have our clinic here in Airdrie that we need to take care of our clients here as well. But we are so happy to be able to get on the road and help people that way as well.
Yeah, sure we do. So thanks, Daryl, for putting us out here and sharing this information with everyone. Appreciate it a lot.
It's all good, my friend. That's what we're here for. We're here to support everyone. And just as I support Jason and Melissa, we support you and we don't even know you. Wouldn't that be something if we created a world where we supported anyone and everyone, no matter who they are, what their religion is, what their color is, what their rituals are, what they do? It doesn't matter to us. We just want to be kindred spirits. Oh my God. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Daryl.
Have a beautiful day, and we'll be talking. And by the way, I do need to talk to you. I'll call you in a bit here, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, everyone. So you can see what you can become. Anybody can do this. Anybody can become this. What is your passion? What is your purpose? And if it's this, please feel free to give me a call. Call me on my 800 number, extension 5, okay? Or you can text me or call me and I'll call you back. Don't be fearful. Be faithful. Be faithful, not fearful. And just know that there's always going to be uncertainty. And don't let your excitement turn into anxiety. Get excited about your life. I will do everything that I possibly can and give everything that I possibly can to help to support you until you can crack your coconut from the inside out so that you can discover what you truly are and what you're capable of. I want to just go through a couple of things with you, like that I did earlier. Look at, this is my perfect day guide. I just finished it. Everybody. So there's going to be 70,000 people getting an email. Midnight Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. I'm giving everybody my PDF of the perfect day. This perfect day will blow you away. It will be the most powerful book you've ever read that actually says you're in charge. Take power now. That's all this book is about. It shows you that if you have a physical illness, why it was created on an emotional, mental level. It shows you that you are not sick. You have sick beliefs. It shows you that you are not a bad person. You've got bad beliefs. It shows you that you are not poor. You have poverty thinking. And poverty thinking is just a belief. You need to get this. Look, everything that I'm selling you is for the good of you. I will back up everything I do. Everything. So everybody will be getting it. If you go to my library and you sign into my library, you'll look at the only thing you're ever going to get from me is we're going to have a sale. We're going to have this or this. I am not going to hound you ever. Never. My library has more master classes than any other library in the world, and they're free. Not one do you pay for. And it has everything in there for you. If you sign into the library, or if we get your email because you sign into our newsletter, we will send you that on Christmas Eve. And if you want to buy the manual, we have a $6 profit margin, okay? The manual is 530 pages of all the most powerful internal, external therapies, emotional, mental, physical, nutritional. It's worth its gold. We have a profit margin of $6. $75 it gets delivered to your door. If you go to store.docofdetox.com and you want to order a pre-order, anybody that puts in a pre-order, that email you'll be getting on Christmas Eve, you'll be getting the manual in a PDF, and then you're going to go, okay, all right, okay. All right? And the other thing I want to say is this, is that we'll be releasing the Braveheart Nation app. And that app is going to change health around the world. And understand this. Stop looking at things at a physical level. Look at them as an energetic, light energy frequency level, vibration. Protect your vibration this Christmas. Protect your vibration. Okay? Be where you need to be the light. Don't be with people that are going to drain you. Okay? There are a lot of people out there that are running belief systems and they're parasitical because they don't know how to love and care for themselves. So if they're not trying to get love from everybody that they're around, okay, if they're not happy with themselves, they disturb people and they cause trouble. So understand, don't hate the person. Show them compassion this Christmas, but give yourself even more compassion and don't hang out with them. Don't think that somebody you never got along with, that you're going to. I know that I will always have unconditional love for everybody on this planet. But I know that the way I believe in things, the majority of the population doesn't want to hang around with me. I'm an aggravation. You know? He doesn't eat what we eat. He doesn't drink what we drink. He doesn't think like we think. So it doesn't matter if they're a friend or they're a relative. If you're trying to pick up your vibration and grow by 1% a day, you're not going to lose people. You're going to just gain new people. Not everybody who loves you. Call or private message me. Yes, I will. Anyways, you're not losing anyone. It's like people say, I lost my father, or my father died. You didn't lose him, and he didn't die. His spirit's still alive. I lost a friend by loving myself. You didn't lose a friend. Okay? You gained the best friend in your life, which is you. My God. You know what? When are you going to put yourself first? That's not selfishness. When are you going to putting everybody else first if they've got toxic habits and they're low vibrational and they don't even know it? We're not going to judge them. But if you want something different, then you're going to have to be different. That's what's going to have to happen. I know I'm talking with a little bit of intensity, but Christmas is coming and I need you to connect to the Lionheart breathing. Keep a slight smile on your face and go, you know what? Merry Christmas, Merry Holiday, Merry Hanukkah, whatever you call it. Doesn't matter what you call it. Love it. But love yourself more. Love yourself more. Get yourself a hairband if you don't want to purchase Braveheart 321 I Got This. And keep that hairband on. Nobody will ever recognize it. Just get a black one. Put it on. Make sure it's snug as a hug. Okay? And then guess what? Every time that, you know what? No, I don't have to do that. No. I've never wanted to be there and I'm not going there. No, I'm not eating that. No, I'm not drinking that. And be really casual about it. This is snapping you back into the present. This is you giving yourself a kiss. This is snug as a hug. This is you loving and caring for yourself because guess what? I'm telling you right now, 70 to 90% of your belief systems are killing you and they're disturbing your family and your friends. And even when you change and you start loving yourself, you're going to disturb your family and your friends. Oh my God, it's so psycho out here. No, it's a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. And I'm going to tell you something right now. 70 to 90% of the beliefs that you have aren't even yours. My God, we are an unlimited potential species. When that becomes our main belief system, you know, whether you want to believe this or not, poor people have poor beliefs. Sick people have sick beliefs. It doesn't make them sick. They have sick beliefs. They're not actually poor, but they got poor beliefs. Your thoughts make and shape everything. They absolutely do. I've got some people here that have some questions, so let me do that and then I got to move on. I'm going to go backwards. Yeah, go to bhnpowerpack.com, okay? And you can see the Cellsonic map there. Oh, yeah, okay, so, yes. Let me just say this, everyone. This is not a sales pitch. I have somebody asking a question. So, yes, we are the main world dealers of Cellsonic. There are some other Cellsonic dealers in the world, but I give $11,000 training. And nobody else gives that with the Cellsonic. I give you the Whole Life Coach. I give you the Wolf Non-Surgical. And I give you the Pelvic Restoration course for free. And when you're done my courses, which the Whole Life Coach is 9 days, you'll actually know enough. Yeah, really. You want to test me? Guess what? I'll tell you what. Somebody just said, yeah, right. No, you will be a Whole Life Coach certified practitioner. You will be able to do emotional, nutritional, physical consultations. Yes, you will. And the reality is you'll have me supporting you. And the reality is you'll be better than 90% of all the practitioners out there that actually do this. Most Whole Life Coaches aren't really. They don't have the right strategies. And the reality is this, you'll offer a money-back guarantee. And somebody just said, yeah, no, I'm telling you. Well, then why don't you... Okay, we've got a naturopath here. Then why don't you give me one of the people that you could not show them or help them to heal? I will take the next person that takes my Whole Life Coach course for 9 days. And I will pick that one person. And then they will take your patient. And then they will consult them and then we'll see if they can do better than you did. And you're a naturopathic doctor. I am not doing this to be smart, but if you want to challenge me, then I'm going to tell you that I'm up for it. You need to understand something. Just because you went to school for 4 years doesn't mean anything. Most naturopathic doctors come out confused. Most naturopathic doctors are now prescribing antibiotics. Most naturopathic doctors only try to sell herbs and vitamins and minerals. And the reality is that's not where it's at. It's not where it's at. It's never been there. And the reality is any school, I don't care what kind of health school it is, once it is approved by our government in any country, we know it's toxic, diluted, and twisted. And I am not trying to create a fight. I am trying to tell you that I know what I'm talking about. So anybody who decides to buy or sell Sonic gets the Whole Life Coach free, the Wolf Non-Surgical, and tell me anybody other body workers that have the actual dean of the school, being me, giving a money-back guarantee, and I have thousands of natural health Wolf Non-Surgical practitioners that I offer a money-back guarantee and replace the money if they have to give the money back for their first treatment to prove that we are what we are. And then I go back with my practitioner and find out how they can do better. So understand something. I am standing in my power. Okay? And the 3-day Women's Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention course, look at, you come and take my courses, you're off and running. My new Braveheart app, you'll be on my app. We will do so much for you. You know what? We build your website, $2,250. We'll build a website for every practitioner. Okay, and I don't make one penny. It's at cost. You get my library, you get my whole store, and you get everything you want, and it's personalized to you. My phone. You get a personal number that you call. I call you within an hour for any practitioner. I am there for you. Do you understand? Don't give me this. I've got 4 years of training. Okay, tell me that you've got a money back guarantee. Tell me that you've got a money back guarantee. And I don't do it as a sales pitch. I do it because we can pull this off. Because understand, God created the human body and created it in a way that every human can become their own practitioner doctor. And anybody that has a passion and purpose. No, you do not have to have university. You didn't get through high school? I don't really care. Where's your passion? Where's your purpose? Let's go find your gift. Let me tell you something. I don't need to know anything. I just need to know that you're here and that you want to help the world. That's it. I'm the guy that gives the money back guarantee for the first 3 days. And then tells you can keep the manual, the Wolf Non-Surgical Manual, if you don't think that we aren't the best. Or in the Whole Life Coach, you can the actual practitioner one is bigger, but you can keep it. And I'll give you your money back. So understand, until you have a college or a schooling that's going to do what I do, then guess what? I'm there. I've got it. I'm gonna stand in my power with this thing. I'm telling you right now. It's not about a fight. I'm not right. I'm just happy and I'm healthy, and I want to share it. And I also know that you have to understand there's a government side of government. And that government is called the psychotyrants. Come on. And these psychotyrants signed a pact with an evil entity. And it's been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. They just decided to game on, okay, in the last 75 years hardcore, because it was time. Did you ever realize what an addiction is? If you can't break the addiction, it gets worse. And these people, they've lost it. Put 100 psychos in a room and see what you get. You don't get logic. You don't get compassion. You don't get unconditional love. You get, those people are ants. They're just allowing negative thoughts. They're just useless eaters. Oh yeah, and it's true. The majority of the population is useless eaters. Tell me they're not. But they're not useless. They've been programmed to believe they're useless eaters. Everything is a belief. Everything is a belief. And then, you know what? You start off as an image of yourself, then it becomes a thought, and a thought becomes a frequency, and then you trigger all these different hormones and chemicals. They're either working for you or against you, and the invisible becomes a physical. God, you were invisible. You were a spirit being. Now you're a physical spirit being, and you forgot that you're a spirit being. That's all. That's all. That's all I want to do is give that back to you. I'm going to tell you something, whether you believe it or not. By the third day in my whole life coach course, people go, well, you know what, Dr. Wolf, I've been a practitioner for 30 years. And I go, that's great. You know, we get doctors, we get nurses, we get lumberjacks, we get accountants, we get housewives, we get kids that are just coming out of school, high school, and they come to us. It doesn't matter who comes. 40 to 50% of the people that come to us, they come to us because guess what? They're down on their knees begging God, please. They're down, you know what? They can't take it anymore. And the reality is when they come, that we don't just release them from the invisible bonds that bind them. We show them their authentic selves. And guess what? 40 to 50% of everybody that just comes to save their life or their family's life become practitioners. I build your course, I build your website for you for cost, $2,250. Do you get that? All right. We'll make your cards. Okay. We'll promote you. Let me tell you something. It's game on. I'm going to have hundreds of thousands of Braveheart practitioners all around the world. And I am. You know what? If you believe it, you will achieve it. And never let anybody get in the way of your passion, your purpose, and your dreams. Whatever that is, whatever your gift is. What was that gift that you put to the side because you put your family first? And you know what? Don't get me wrong. There was a time to put your family first. But understand something. I'm going to give you a little secret. Are you ready? And you're not going to believe it. By putting your family first, you put them second. You can't give what you're not. The day that you have unconditional love for yourself, you'll give it to them. The day that you know how to care for yourself completely and actually really create health and not freak out when somebody has a fever or somebody has cancer, which is stage 4 inflammation, okay? Or when somebody has a virus, when viruses can't jump 1 inch less 6 feet, when somebody has bad bacteria, when somebody has worms, when somebody has any disease, which means out of harmony, that's all it means. You can think that I'm dumbing everything down, but no, they dumbed you down. I want to smarten you up and tell you that you are the hero you've been looking for. You're the practitioner you've been looking for, and you are a bloody genius. So let's put some belief systems in there and have you stop calling yourself down. And let's have you stop hating anything, but only focusing on the things that you love, and you will win, my friend. You'll win with a grin, because you'll always have a grin, because you'll know that if you start grinning and you have a slight smile on your face from the moment you rise until you close your eyes, you'll walk around with it, and you're not looking for the world to make you happy anymore because you're crappy. You will be happy all the time, because guess what? Get yourself it's called a belly button therapy kit. And in the morning, I want you to do 10 to 15 minutes of gratitude, gratefulness, and do your belly button therapy, which releases more dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins than anything else you can do, more than lovemaking, more than kissing, more than hugging. So then first thing in the morning before I open up my eyes, I'll do my belly button therapy. Go look at it in my do-it-yourself guide, or go to store.docofdetox.com. It's inexpensive, but it's the most powerful tool. In 15 minutes, at the beginning, it's hard. You'll be going, what do I got to be grateful for? Just keep working on it. And guess what? By the time you get to the 8th or 12th day, okay, you're going to be, holy crap, I have so much to be grateful for. And then so much more is going to come, because I understand something, okay? Gratefulness gives you everything. The universe works on vibration. It works on frequency, okay? You are the speaker, the radio. You're putting a frequency out, and you're getting back. You're getting back exactly what your personality is. Your personality is made up of thoughts. Those thoughts become beliefs, and your personality is creating your reality. No, it's not. You should see what's going on all around me. Really? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. And the reality is if you have unconditional love for yourself, you'll be seeing how you can actually create an environment internally and externally, and you'll find yourself in different situations than you are now. You will change 1% a day, and in 100 days, you will be, somebody that you don't recognize but you love. Because you have been taught through generations that suffering is the way. Disrespecting yourself and you don't even see it because everybody else is doing it. And that's the truth. And love them anyway. And love yourself anyway. Never put yourself down again. That's the old me. I take it back. There's a new sheriff in town. I love and approve of myself. 3, 2, 1, I got this. When you count backwards, you keep yourself in your conscious mind, not in your subconscious mind. When you go to your subconscious mind, you run the damn programs that your parents run that you didn't like about them. You actually have them. So as soon as you start running a program that you know, here we go again, you go, 3, 2, 1, I got this. And then you honor, love, and respect yourself. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I close my eyes, I will love, honor, respect, protect, and care for myself more than anything else or anyone else. So help me God. Because I am, I can. I am Braveheart. I am healed. Have a beautiful day.